Okay, we are here today with Peter.
Hello.
He is the founder of the Belfort Group.
That's right.
And we are here to talk about a cover story or article that was placed in the Knack Magazine. It was the cover article story back in July on the 4th, 2010 from a journalist, Joel de Ceulaer.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah.
So, Peter, you had stated to me that there's a couple of things, inaccuracies that he had spoke about in his article about you and the Belfort Group, pretty much anybody who does speak out about anything that's happening in this world. In the article, they had spoke out basically about chemtrails and vaccinations, basically putting a lot of gossip towards the Belfort Group about any of these different topics. Could you clarify exactly what he had put in the article?
Yeah. Well, in the first place, this article was really a breakthrough, because after 9 months of being active as a civil movement, of organizing 4 symposia, and writing a lot of letters to journalists and politicians and administration and so on, after 10 months of being denied, of not being talked about, it was the first time that we got a cover article in the mainstream media in Belgium.
Okay.
So this is great. So I was very grateful for that. And generally spoken, my words were correctly reported in this article. So no problem to that extent. But I had 2 major problems. First of all the issues we are drawing attention to were put in the atmosphere of, oh, it's just fantasy. It's just internet gossip. It's just conspiracy theory. And that just ain't not true. For example, our last international chemtrail symposium, we presented a scientific study of 300 pages. It was filed by an international team of inside experts, so people who are really professionally familiar with the military and civil aviation world. So it was 300 pages of all facts, figures, documents, licenses, patents, and so on, proving that what we are seeing from the surface of the earth in the sky is really a fact, that especially the United States of America have a long tradition of, let's say, 50, 60 years of manipulating the weather, of manipulating the climate, of doing all kinds of experiments in the sphere of war, chemical and biological warfare. So we have the evidence that in China and in Russia, the government admit they are spraying. In England, the military establishment has admitted that they have been spraying from 1940 till 1979. So that's 40 years of spraying, deliberately bringing harmful substances in the atmosphere. In Germany, just the same. So, basically, what we are saying is not just thinking, it's not just guessing, it is well been proven. But you have to accept the evidence. And up till this moment, the mainstream media and the politicians are just saying, okay, it's not scientific, it's not serious. But it is serious, and we have the evidence. We can prove it. And my second problem is that the people who are reacting against us are always saying we are extremists, and we are dangerous to the state, and that we are anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic, that means that we hate the Jews, that we have something against the the Jewish people, and that just ain't not true. I asked this journalist, give me one statement of me or of friends of the Belfort Group wherein we say something that's not nice to the Jewish people, or wherein we say something about the Jewish people generally. Okay, let me know, but it's very quiet in the reaction.
So Peter...
So this is a deliberate effort to put us in the corner of dangerous people, because it is illegal to hate a certain race. It is illegal. You can get in jail for being anti-Semitic, and that's just what they're trying to do. So I reacted personally, and on behalf of the Belfort Group, I laid down a complaint to the police department. I wrote to the Institute for Journalistic Ethics to complain about this, that this article was not correct, and deliberately not correct. They tried to put us in, they tried to create a certain atmosphere, and they tried to put us in a dangerous corner.